beautiful people, best damn nation. It is Wednesday, and you know what time it is. It is the best damn wrestling podcast. I'm your humble host, Brian Renegade, and with me, I have the best damn crew. I have your boy, Chef Showtime, in the building.
He froze.
What's good? What's good?
All right, what's happening, Chef? And
Hey,
we
bro.
have the one and only
What's good?
resident bad guy himself, LP.
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing?
Oh, man. We are the best damn wrestling crew, and you are watching the best damn wrestling podcast. If you're in Radioland, in Pandora, on Ohio Radio, Spotify, Google Podcast, anywhere that you can get your music and your podcast, you can listen to the best damn wrestling podcast. You can join us every Wednesday, or you can check out some old episodes at your leisure. And if you're watching this on Facebook and YouTube, thank you for watching your boys. You can be anywhere in the world, but you right here with us. So thank you for tuning in with the cast and the crew of the best damn wrestling podcast. Let me go around the room. Chef, what's happening?
Shit, getting ready for this party I'm gonna be hosting in Vegas this weekend. That's it.
Hold up, hosting a party in Vegas. Where is my invite,
Oh.
Chef? I want to eat scrimps too. I want to.
That mean right there gonna be fun. So I'm making some more oxtail or fried cabbage. What I'm making shrimp cocktails, some open face meatball subs. Yeah, and
Oh man, you going all in?
yeah.
You ain't tell us you was going all out like that.
That was like a spare of the moment. The homie like, can you host a party? I got you.
Oh
Very
man,
so.
hey, he got it like that. He got it like that. LP, what's happening?
I see, man. I ain't got it that good, man. I'm just here in North Carolina, man. I ain't big like that, you know.
That man said I'm gonna be making sliders in Vegas this weekend, Jack. That's what we talking about. Love to hear that, man. Fellas, it's a lot going on in the wrestling world, brothers. Have you noticed? Have you been paying attention? So, like we do it every time, we got to go ahead and get into it. Beautiful people, prepare yourself. It's Hot Topics. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and go to SmackDown because something happened that I'm very excited about. And I want to see if you guys share my same excitement with it. On SmackDown, we had the return of the Firefly Funhouse. All of the characters from Bray Wyatt came back. All the little evil puppets. The whole Mr. Rogers theme came back for Bray Wyatt. I'm very excited about that because that also leads to the introduction of The Fiend. I want to go around the room and see what you guys think about the reintroduction of the Firefly Funhouse and how Bray Wyatt will be using it in the future. Let me shoot that over to LPZ.
It was good to see it. I thought that was one of the best parts of the pandemic when they used to have the fun house. It was very entertaining. Bringing it back, it seemed like it's a different narrative being written all of a sudden with the whole stuff that was going on before. Like, I don't know if all this stuff is going to be connected. I guess everybody gonna be trying to see if the Fiend gonna show up at the pay-per-view, which I'm assuming now he will show up. So that it's definitely gonna be a squash match. But still, hands down, gonna be my boy LA Knight about to get creamed, and if that match gonna be about 5 minutes.
Oh man, I hope it's a little bit longer than that. You know, just the little interactions that they've been having. I really like the contrasting characters between LA Knight and Bray Wyatt, man, and you know, the slow stoic pace kind of it was kind of eating away at fans because they really wanted to see Bray Wyatt just get in and start destroying people. But Bray is a storyteller, man, and I think that he wanted to draw this out. And I think the LA Knight was, in a lot of ways, the kind of perfect opponent to go against him. You know what I mean? Someone who's very brash, arrogant, is good in the ring, but you know, it's not a real super threat as of right now. Chef, what do you think about the Firefly Funhouse returning with Bray Wyatt?
You on mute.
You're on mute, Chef. Can't hear you. Turn me up. Yeah. None of that. None of that.
I put myself on mute right when I start talking. Yeah, I can't wait to the Firefly Funhouse. I've been waiting for that for the longest. You know, I'm a huge Bray Wyatt fan. You know, I just can't wait till he beat the brakes off of LA Knight.
Man, y'all selling LA Knight kind of short, man. Like, you know, LA Knight, he won't put the pause on him. Yeah, I'm so excited to see.
He gonna be saying, yeah, after he gets his butt whooped. He's like, yeah, it hurts. Yeah.
Yeah, he don't really have an option but to get beat unless Uncle Howdy or whatever that, because something else happens to make him win. Like I don't see him. I don't see no way he comes up and wins this match, especially if it's the Fiend. Like you don't want to know versus the Fiend. That was one of the worst things in wrestling history. So you don't want that.
My whole thing is, I was wondering, like, what did the Undertaker tell him in his ear? Because after he said,
hold on, we go. I don't want you to jump the gun on that. I want you to hold that real quick because that was a great segment, man. And I know a lot of people want to kind of hear about that. You know what? Screw it. Let's go ahead and get into it. We have 30 years of Raw, Monday Night Raw, which is, I believe, the longest running episodic television series in history. Is Monday Night Raw. 30 years on television. That is a feat within itself. Monday Night Raw featured a lot of legends, of course. And you just alluded to one of the greatest legends of all time in the wrestling business, The Undertaker. That was a segment where LA Knight came out to the ring and said, all right, I saw Bray Wyatt. He brought all his little friends. What's that supposed to scare me? But the little puppets and the even music, what is that supposed to scare me? And he was like, if any of the legends have to go, the stones to come out and face me, they come on out here. You hear the bells toll, and then the Undertaker music hits. But then it switches up to a character we haven't seen in a long time, which is the American Badass version of the Undertaker, and he came out on his motorcycle, like the badass that he was. I think that was fitting. Instead of the Undertaker main character, he came as the American Badass. I got excited about that. I thought it was really cool and fitting for the show. And the Undertaker got in the ring and stared down LA Knight. LA Knight started backing up. Then Bray Wyatt music hits. Bray Wyatt starts walking up with the creepy little lamp. You know what I'm saying? With the strong hand, creepy little lamp. And Bray Wyatt is stuck between two evil forces. He was like, you know what? I would rather get in the ring with Undertaker. Well, I don't know why he did that. The Undertaker was waiting for him with the claw to grab him by the throat. And then he fed LA Knight to Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt hit him with Sister Abigail. Bray got up. Undertaker walked past Bray and whispered something in his ear. Sweet nothings of evil, I'm sure. I want to know what you guys think about that moment and that interaction between The Undertaker and Bray Wyatt. The fan in me was freaking out because this is something that I've always wanted to see. I don't care what kind of interaction it was, I wanted to see it. LP, I know you a huge Undertaker fan. Man, let me know what you think about the whole Bray Wyatt and Undertaker interactions.
I thought it was cool. I know a lot of people saying it was him passing him the torch and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if it was necessarily that. I just think it was just a respect thing. But I thought that when Bray Wyatt had his whole other persona, the Wyatt family persona, whatever, like that really should have blew up more than it was. And I kind of felt like that was picking up the Undertaker's slack from him leaving then. Now with the Fiend and all that stuff too, that's even more darker. It just made me think that the Bray Wyatt is gonna be like an Undertaker, and just like an Undertaker, Bray Wyatt is not gonna have a belt that much. You know, Undertaker only had a belt a couple times. Nobody even notices or cares. So that made me think that Bray Wyatt may not fight for the belt right now. He may get it eventually, but it's more about, you know, putting fear and stuff in everybody else. So it's going to be interesting. I really feel like WWE don't know what to do with Bray Wyatt. So I'm hoping that Bray Wyatt is in control of his character, because I just don't think they know what to do with him. That's why I think they messed him up the first time. So I'm a little nervous at the same time on what's going to happen with him, because if they mess him up this time, it's a wrap.
I think they're trying to go the right direction, and I think with Triple H in charge of creative, that he can let him do that reign, because he understands what the Undertaker was and is to wrestling, and you do need something like that, an attraction like a Bray Wyatt, to be able to bring stuff out of other characters, because Bray has something that the Undertaker kind of never really had, and that's he can talk, and people are captivated on the words, because, you know, the Undertaker, I don't really remember a lot of Undertaker promos. They were really slow. You know, it wasn't really anything memorable.
The American Badass cousin promos.
Well, I'm talking about the Undertaker.
Okay, yeah. You talking about
character.
Undertaker.
Not the badass character, but the Undertaker. I don't really remember a lot of his promos. They're really dark. You know what I'm saying? And I was a teenager at the time, so I don't really remember a lot of his lines in general. But Bray Wyatt can really talk on the microphone, man. And he's very captivating in the way that the Undertaker is. So I thought that was really great interaction. Chef, as a fan, man, did you enjoy that?
Yeah, fan, I was like, oh my God, turn to a little girl. I was screaming at the top of my lungs, like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God, no. So, yeah, that was a good moment of the show. Like, man, seeing the Undertaker come back at the American Badass was number one right there. I heard the dong, like, oh shit, it's the Undertaker. Then the music changed. I'm like, because I was hoping when I heard the dong, Undertaker, the lights go out, Undertaker pop up behind it. That's what I was waiting for. But that American Badass music turned on, like, oh shit, he come down that nice ass motorcycle right there, you know. But it looked like he had a hard time getting off of it, you know.
Yeah, he was struggling a little bit.
He had a hard time getting it there, but when it first came out, it peaked out a little bit, and then it peaked out a little. The camera cut.
Yeah. I know he was trying to have a little moment at the end with Bray Wyatt, man. And, you know, once he walked past him, Bray watched him get on the motorcycle. And I thought he was going to just watch him take off. But then I looked at Bray, and Bray was like, oh, having a little trouble getting it started, huh? You know what I'm saying? He just stayed there a little bit longer. He looked at him like, you know, just turn, just twist it. You got this, you know, just go away. You know what I'm saying? Don't ruin the optic. They cut the camera away real quick and then brought it back until you heard the start of the engine. But yeah, he had a little trouble getting it started, but he got it started, man. You know, he old, man. Just, you know, let him do his thing. He take a little bit of time. But man, that was a great interaction, man. And we also saw a lot of other people backstage. We saw D-Generation, they came out. D-Generation X, DX, one of the greatest factions in WWE history. You can argue with me, but to be honest with you, they are literally running things. So on NXT, Shawn Michaels is running creative. Triple H is running creative, and also I believe Road Dogg is still with the company doing some things backstage. So they're literally running the company. The degenerates are literally running the wrestling business. So it was great to see them come out and do some of their old catchphrases. And then the funny part was your boy Kurt Angle was out there with them. And they always try to find a little intersection where Billy Gunn is kind of excluded, but kind of included. They let the fans say his name. I think that's kind of respectful in a lot of ways. But Kurt Angle was out there, and what's my man name? Road Dogg looked at him. He was like, "Kurt, what you doing out here?" He was like, "I always wanted to be a part of DX." And then he revealed that he had the DX shirt on, man, and he wanted to be part of the group. I thought that was a great interaction, man, seeing them all together. And then Gunther and Imperium came out. LP, I really want to see what you thought about that whole segment, man, because a lot of your favorites was out there at the same time. I want you to kind of give me the play-by-play on how you felt as a fan seeing D-Generation X and Kurt Angle, and then your new favorite group, Imperium, all in the ring together.
Oh, I thought it was dope. That's really like one of the best moments to me. It's funny because if you really pay attention to Imperium, they was trying to hold back the smiles. You can tell they respect that they was in the ring with Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle. Like Gunther, I saw Gunther smile. Like if you really watch it again, he had to cut it back. He smiled about twice, and I thought it was real cool the way they did it. One thing I like about what they did it is they're not trying to. These old men ain't trying to wrestle. Like they know they got no business trying to stir up against them boys because Gunther would have killed all of them.
Yeah. They wouldn't want no parts of that chop. One chop from Gunther in the Triple H or Shawn Michaels is over. You must call the ambulance.
Rest in peace. But I like the fact because I don't know. I know you guys remember that when the legends used to come back. When Piper come back, Flair, Jimmy Fox, Snooker, they always jump in matches, and we used to be like, "Oh my god, why is they doing this?"
Ric Flair.
Yeah. So it's good that none of these legends, like none of the most of the current legends, with the exception, I know Booker T about to do a match, and the ones that are still in shape can still do it. But even Kurt, I don't want to see Kurt doing that. Kurt looks very frail to me. Like I love me some Kurt, but Kurt, something don't look right with Kurt. And sometimes when he in the ring, I would have loved to see him and Gunther on played on 2K, played on the game. But in real life, nah, that little push, I was scared when Kurt gave him that little push. I was like, Kurt, calm down, bro.
Hey, look, Kurt Angle is like that old ass chair at your grandma's house that's on his last leg, and it's there because it's been there at every cookout and every family function. But if you sit on that the wrong way, you at liberty to fall and bust your ass at any moment. He looks so strong, but he looks frail at the same time, man.
Them arms is looking like, no, he ain't picking nobody up, bro. Like, no.
He's staring like a Speedy Otis.
He looked like a Ninja Turtle. I'm gonna be honest with you. His neck is super strong. It shouldn't be that thick. He looked like a strong ass thumb, and I want him to kind of stay out of there. I love Kurt Angle in the ring. Don't get me wrong. He was a great general manager. He was an even better wrestler, man. And I think that Kurt Angle is still funny, man. This whole segment with DX and Kurt Angle in the ring, man, I thought that was great. And then they had Seth Rollins and the Street Profits come out to face Imperium. I thought that was a great match. It was really good. It got me really wanting to see Gunther versus Seth Rollins. I thought that was a really great interaction. I want to see that match happen with them two in the ring individually. I thought we had a great preview. Seth Rollins jumped up uh, over the ropes to try to do a splash to Gunther, and Gunther chopped him in half. It was nasty. I know it hurt. It hurt me watching it. I love to see Gunther do his chop to everybody, man. Everybody feels it, no matter how big or how small they are. I think that was a really great match. Ultimately, Seth Rollins and Street Profits ended up winning that match, which I wasn't mad at all. I don't know how you felt about that, LP. But
it was a fan match. You knew the good guys were going to prevail. Shout out to your boy Teddy Long. Teddy Long looking pretty good too now. Let's not forget about old Teddy. Teddy got he got to be about 100 years old, and Teddy was looking all right.
Hey man, Teddy dyed that goatee, Jack. His goatee was like 3 different colors. He went old school with it, put shoe polish in that thing, boy. Let me holler at you, player. Man, I love Teddy Long, man. I think Teddy really does it. He's an unsung character in a lot of people's career, man. So I love seeing Teddy Long all the time. Go ahead, LP.
I'm surprised they don't never have. They don't never have Bischoff though. I know Bischoff ain't in the Hall of Fame, but like Bischoff don't never come back no more. Like, I'm always wondering if that's ever gonna. I watch his podcast every now and then, but he don't never. That would have been good to have him in, because him and Teddy Long, when they were both general managers, that was some of the best general manager work on both sides. So I would have liked to see no Eric, but I guess the boy said, Eric Bischoff ain't got no business being in the Hall of Fame. That wouldn't make no sense. But he at least could have been part of it.
Hey man, he was a heated rival for a long, long time, and
But Hall of Fame.
I did not understand why Eric Bischoff came to work for the WWE. I know it was mainly because of money, but boy, that was a hard pill for him to swallow. You know what I'm saying? To come and work for the competition, for somebody that dogged you out, and now they your boss. I know that hurt.
Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
He's still there.
Let me mention something that happened on Monday Night Raw. There was Tribal Court. And I got to talk about this because this was a great moment. There was Tribal Court within the Bloodline. Sami Zayn was taken to Tribal Court. Paul Heyman said some very unkind things to Sami Zayn, essentially calling him a rat, a Judas in the group that needs to be eradicated in a lot of ways. Sami Zayn was legitimately hurt by the words that Paul Heyman was saying about him. He was like, "Hey man, you've been calling me Smoothie and calling me and all these endearing things, and now all of a sudden you saying all these hateful things to me, man. That hurts. It hurt me on my inside parts. That hurt." He essentially told Roman Reigns, "Look, my defense is I don't have a defense." Roman Reigns said, "You don't have a defense. You're not even going to try to fight for this? What? Solo out." He called the enforcer. Solo went over to Sami Zayn. Grabbed him. He looked at his thumb. He got this move where he stick his thumb in his throat, kind of knock somebody out, knock all the wind out of him. You got to see it. It's pretty effective. He held up his thumb. He was cocking back. It was about to hit him in the neck with it. And then Jey Uso, Heyman grabbed him, looked at his younger brother and said, "Boy, what you doing?" He was like, "Hey, no disrespect, Tribal Chief, but I got some footage myself." And he showed footage, evidence of each time that Sami Zayn took a bullet for the Bloodline. When I say took a bullet, that means sacrificing himself, putting himself in harm's way, helping the group win matches. He really was an essential part to keeping the Bloodline fresh, new, and champions for the last couple of months, at least the last 9 months. So he was on trial. Jay showed all this evidence. He said, "Look, Sami Zayn took all these bullets for us. He pretty much bulletproof." I'm pretty sure that's going to be on the shirt soon. Bulletproof Sami. But he took up for Sami Zayn. And then Roman Reigns said, "I find you not to be guilty." Sami Zayn looked relieved until he said, "For now." But you have to prove yourself on Saturday. I want to go around the room, fellas. What do you think Sami Zayn has to do to prove himself come Saturday at the Royal Rumble? Let me go, Chef.
Me thinking what Roman's gonna do, he gonna have Sammy intervene in his match, something like that to that interior, or he gonna probably try to make him do the Royal Rumble, and he gonna have to win it just to give up the match, just to lay down for the win, like how DX used to do when they fight each other. That one lay down like, take the pin, you still champ. I think that was something that Roman might do.
Okay. I could see something like that happening. LP, what do you think Sami Zayn has to do to prove his loyalty to the tribal chief, Roman Reigns?
Actually, Chef beat me to it. That's what I think he's gonna make him be in the Royal Rumble. I don't know if he necessarily gonna make him think he has to win and lay down, but he gonna put him in there and making sure that Cody Rhodes or somebody else don't win, because him interfering in the match or whatever, they done that enough. That's not really gonna prove anything. Him beating Kevin Owens, he already done that. That's not gonna prove anything. And they have yet to say that Sammy is in the Rumble. Unless something happens this Friday, they have yet to say it. So if they go all the way Friday without saying anything about Sami Zayn being in the Rumble, it's a lot of people that have to say being in the Rumble. I'm gonna be honest. Like a lot of people. Like there's supposed to be 30 folks. Like they have only 5 people. So
I'm gonna be honest with you. They got some monsters in there, Jack. they got some pretty big. Like I'm thinking, like Omos and Braun Strowman, and some of these other guys. Like they got some heavy hitters in this Royal Rumble, man. And I know everybody in the ring gonna have to work against Omos.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna. I'm assuming Brock and Bobby probably gonna have a match at Royal Rumble now. So, but that don't mean they're not gonna be in the Royal Rumble. They can still possibly show up in the Royal Rumble. Huh?
Brock's in the Royal Rumble. Brock's in it.
He said it.
Brock's in the Royal Rumble.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we have Brock already in it, but he still might have that match too. So I don't know if they're gonna say that for WrestleMania or what. But
that's a WrestleMania match, and I think they should save that for WrestleMania. To be honest with you, you know what I mean.
Brock gotta stop bullying black people. It's time we talk about it.
Hey man, I think Brock equal opportunity for ass whoopers. I don't think he really cared what you look like.
Okay, I'm telling you, I sent y'all the footage in the inbox. Look at that link. Big E. Every time a black star starts on the rise, Kofi. Every time Bobby start coming up, send in the Black Star Killer. Activate.
Oh man.
Your boy Montez better be careful. As soon as he start doing something, they're gonna send him in, send Brock in.
Hey, look, let me go sidetrack real quick. Growing up, I always knew that wrestling had a lot of good and a lot of bad, and watching wrestling throughout the years, you can see it was a little racism sometimes with some places that wrestlers used to go. And it kind of reminded me a little bit of that when I posted a photo over the weekend. They got a lot of mixed reactions, right? And it kind of got passed around. I don't know if you would call that viral, but it kind of went a little viral. You know what I'm saying? It was very interesting to me. Let me show you guys the picture. So I posted this picture, right? I just wanted to see what people had to say. If this just so happened, where you have the Hurt Business being a faction, right? A true faction with Bobby Lashley and heel Bianca Belair, Omos being the muscle, You have Shelton and Cedric, who's almost going to be like a Jey Uso. And then you have the Street Profits and also Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. I got a lot of mixed reactions from that.
Did you make this?
I made that. Yeah, I made that.
Oh wow! See there, I've definitely been seeing it shared since you made it. I didn't know you made it. I thought you just got it online.
Yeah, no, I made that. So, man, listen, I posted that thing and I put that in some groups, and I just saw all these comments that were, they were unsavory. That's what I'm saying on the show. They were unsavory comments. A lot of people were calling this picture racist. They were saying, "Oh, do we need to have all the black people, all the black wrestlers in a faction together?" I heard everything, man, and it was kind of troubling, and it kind of reminded me, oh man, yeah, wrestling fans really have very, very strong opinions when it comes to a lot of things. But this picture lit a fire under some people's ass, man, and I don't know why people are so upset about it. But I mean, they were lighting it up, and they were saying everything. What do you guys think about this picture and all of these members being a part of the Hurt Business? Do you think it's a bad idea? Do you think it's a good idea? Or do you think it's too much? Let me go, LP.
All right. First of all, the next time you make an image like this, make sure you put our information on there somewhere where it can't be edited, because that image has been all over the place. Like, you know, people copy it and repost it. I don't seen it on TikTok a couple times. So that's number one. Don't ever do that again. I swear I didn't know you made it. I thought you just saw something online.
Nah, I made it. Yeah.
When I saw it, I did laugh a little bit, because the WWE would never give black people that kind of power. Like, I stand by this, and I will continue to stand by this, that the Bloodline was an offshoot of the Hurt Business. I will stand by that. You got Paul Heyman, you had MVP, you had Bobby Lashley, you got the Tribal Chief, you got the Usos, you got Sheldon. It's funny how everybody keep on saying the Hurt Business versus Bloodline when the Hurt Business came first. So if you look at the history of wrestling, and as black people, you know, real fans of wrestling, but we know it's a racist sport. It has a lot of racism in it. Let's be honest. Ain't no need for us to deny it. There's only been one other black faction, and that's been the Nation of Domination. And how long that's been? That's been so long ago, right? Even then, they added Owen Hart. Owen Hart had no business being. I love Mr. Owen Hart, but he had no business being in the damn Nation of Domination. So even then, they try to water it down. Not let it be no black thing. The Hurt Business is the greatest black faction that we have ever had. And when they was on the peak of their popularity, they destroyed them for no reason. Because they were too powerful. But they knew that formula worked, and they gave it to your boy Roman. And look at Roman now. I'm gonna stand by that. I will argue that in the court. Anytime somebody want to go toe to toe, we easily can go there. But the image was cool. I think it was a little too much. I think the Hurt Business and the Street Profits was good. I saw a lot of the comments, and it wasn't just white people, black people too. Like, black people are just some of them just as bad.
Yeah.
I know somebody was like, why don't you just throw Brian Saxon in there?
Yeah, like, why don't you just throw Baron Saxton in there? Add Teddy Long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I saw all kind of stuff, man, and it was interesting to me. I'm like, how can people see that as anything other than, hey, man, these are all great talents that can really work together, and they could very well be a dominant faction. If you're going to turn Bianca Belair a heel, that's the way you do it. You have her join the faction, because other than that, it's going to be hard for people to really get behind a heel Bianca.
Yeah, but they're not never gonna give.
She gonna need a support system.
Yeah. I mean, no, you're right. I'm just saying, but they never the WWE itself, Vince McMahon, Triple H. I don't care who's running it. It's never gonna let the Black Stars get but so far. They'll let them get to a certain point, but they're not gonna. That right there, that picture. Come on, man. Who the hell could have done anything against them? To be perfectly honest, the regular Hurt Business is bad enough, and if you add the Street Profits, as long as you got big ass Omos ain't the best in the world, but long Omos give you some chops and a couple of damn choke slams. That's all he got to do. He like that big tall person in the basketball team. Dude, all I need you to do is get the rebound. You ain't even got the score. Like that by itself. And MVP, if he even got to suit up, he can get in the ring. He still got a little bit of go. But yeah, I thought it was a super.
Go to the hospital.
Huh?
You go to the hospital. MVP don't got no go.
Yeah, MVP still in shape, bro.
Oh, MVP is crippled.
Oh
Don't
man.
Don't let that cane fool you, man. That's part of the gimmick.
Like that was an awesome picture, but I would have to cut a couple of the people off. Like Tricky, cut. Shelton Benjamin, cut. Alex, cut. I can't do that. No. Then that's right there, Street.
Hey, you got to put a little respect on Trick name, man.
No. It's not even that. You see it in work with them before.
Mm-hmm.
Bringing something new. Street Profits is new. They getting up there. You see the both of them gain, like, look, Montez is gaining all that muscle now. Like, man, yeah, they gonna have that's be a nice squad. Him, Bobby, Omos. I don't like Omos that much, but they do bring Bianca. Yeah, that'd be a good faction just to go against Judgment Day all day.
But they don't want us to go get Judgment Day. You want to go against Judgment Day, not even a real squad. Let's keep it 100.
What other faction would you put up against them?
It's the Bloodline. That's it. If they bring it back to Hurt Business, they only bring the Hurt Business back. Somebody made a good point. One of the groups, they said, I think it was the guy said that's why they need to separate the belt. Then you got the Bloodline running stuff on SmackDown, and you got the Hurt Business running stuff on Raw. Then eventually you can build it up where you can have them fight each other, but don't just throw it together and let it just happen. That's why the importance of Roman losing those belts is so important, because Raw has to have a champion apart from SmackDown. It's just one champion is not going to work. I'm telling you, Roman is going to retire after WrestleMania if he or close to it. He's about to be done. They don't have a choice. They have put Roman up so high. They ain't got nothing. The only people Roman has not fought is Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles. I had to think about it. I don't remember him fighting AJ Styles. And they're not gonna push AJ Styles like they should, because AJ can beat him if you want to talk about it. AJ Styles will beat Roman Reigns' ass, but they're not gonna push AJ like that because they already done made him like a mid-carder. So Cody Rhodes is probably the last person. People been talking about Braun Breaker's gonna show up in the Rumble and he's gonna be the one to dethrone. The only person that makes sense to dethrone Roman is Sammy, because Cody should not show up and win the Royal Rumble and beat Roman for the belt. That would make no sense.
That's how it looks like they're building it, though, man, because they're showing all these comeback vignettes of Cody Rhodes, man, and they've been pushing it on almost every show. And I'm excited to see Cody coming back, man. But this is a lot of media press that he's getting for his comeback. So it looks like they're kind of going with Plan C and maybe going with Cody Rhodes, since Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson looks like he's not going to be there at Hollywood to be able to face Roman. But they need a good story, man. So you're right. Since Roman Reigns mainly deals in storylines, it will make sense to have Roman versus Sammy or Roman versus Cody Rhodes.
It's gonna come down. It's gonna come down to Cody and Sammy, and that's when Braun shows up and he causes Cody to lose. So then Cody can start beefing with him. That Cody will still be back. Cody. I like Cody. Don't get me wrong. I like Cody when he was running a damn bag on his head. I thought Cody always was decent. Cody is not that guy. Cody is not the guy to take Roman's spot. I'll take Sam. Give me Sammy before you give me Sammy with that belt, or give me KO with the belt. To be honest, anybody you get with the belt is not gonna be Roman because they got it. They don't. Roman is in the Mount Olympus, so nobody. They don't build him up too high. So I'd rather see Sammy with it, and the pop would be better. The selling would be better. People would enjoy it better than Cody Rhodes. I'm sorry, I like Cody, but I don't care how many. That's why they keep on showing them things every week. They're trying to force you to want Cody back. But the average fans, man, I don't really think I don't know. I just don't think it's like that for Cody. I mean, CM Punk might show up at the Rumble. You don't know.
I hope not. I'm sorry. Chef, man. It's a lot. Who do you think is going to take the Rumble?
Whoever is going to take the Rumble is going to I have a feeling the Viper going to show up.
Man, he is not stepping in that ring, bro. He just had back surgery. You know what I'm saying? Do you want the man to be on the shelf forever? What RKO, and he is done. He is sleeping in a rocking chair for the rest of his life. Let the man heal first, Chef.
Like, I have high hopes for the Viper.
To win it? To win?
You know. To come back. Nah, but to come back. To win it, Braun Strowman. That's why I want to win it. But the retractable statement, only 10 people.
I didn't mean to laugh at you, Chef. I mean, Braun Strowman can be. Yeah, Braun Strowman can be that guy. He can be. He can be the guy. I mean, he has probably one of the highest elimination rates in Royal Rumble history.
So it's Kane. So it's John Cena. Braun, they're never gonna give Braun that belt like that. Like I remember he said it to him one time. That guy, Chef.
They don't give Braun the belt, but Roman Reigns have beat AJ Styles in a 2016 Extreme Rules match.
Okay, not when he had the belt though. I'm talking about since he had the belt. Since he had the belt, a lot of people have. Baron Corbin beat him. Baron Corbin has beat Roman, so let's be. You might throw Baron Corbin in the mix.
Let's do Baron Corbin now. No.
All right, so like I'm saying, like no matter who, the only person currently that makes sense. WWE does a lot of stuff don't make sense. We all know that, and Vince is looming, so you don't know what's going on. Hell, it could. What face could win a Royal Rumble? Austin Theory.
No.
Vince is back. Vince is back.
You might have a point, man, because
you're right.
He does have the belt right now. It's a little bit of influence. And to be honest with you, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, man. Austin Theory, even though I am glad that he does have the belt, I think he's a great young champion. He's doing nothing for the show. I hate to say it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I keep forgetting that he's the United States champion.
I told you he ain't that guy.
And he could be, and he can be, but I really feel like he's not, and I really feel like he's going to lose that belt before WrestleMania. You need somebody else to carry that, and it makes sense for you to put that belt on Seth, man. Either put that belt on Seth or put that belt on Bobby and bring the Hurt Business to protect the belt.
Yeah, the Hurt Business Bobby has to have a belt for the Hurt Business to work. Because it won't make no sense.
You got to have a belt for the Hurt Business to work. Because you got to protect the champion at all times. Now you got, what's best for business. And MVP is really trying to get Bobby back into the Hurt Business, but Bobby is not really trusting of MVP right now. But I guarantee you, if Omos was out there protecting Bobby, Brock Lesnar would have had a more difficult time interfering in that match.
You know what I think we should do? We should all say, who do we think will be the last 4 people in the room?
Let's do it.
4 or 5. Let's say they know like a big deal out of last 4. So who y'all think will be the last 4?
I'll start.
Okay.
I think the last 4 will be Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, I would say if Brock is, I'm not sure if Brock is in the Brock Lesnar. And if Sami Zayn is in the Royal Rumble, I would say Sami Zayn. But he hasn't been confirmed yet, so I don't know. So I'm kind of really basing it off of just who's there. Maybe Omos. Last 4.
I'm gonna go with Sami. Like I said, if he's in there, which I think I don't see no reason why he wouldn't be, but I'm gonna go with Sami, Cody. Drew McIntyre was the one who I was thinking. And the 4th one, I really think it's gonna be Austin Theory. If he's in the Rumble. So I don't know. I know he got a match, right? Or they haven't even announced if he even got a match. They ain't announced a lot of stuff for this match to be Saturday.
They have not.
What are the matches? Like I just thought about that. Like he just defended the US title Monday, so he don't got no business having a match.
Well, I can go ahead and let you know. We'll go back over the Royal Rumble event. So we have Roman Reigns versus KO, which is the main event. We have the men's Royal Rumble. We have the women's Royal Rumble. We also have Bianca Belair versus Alexa Bliss. And we have the pitch black match with Bray Wyatt and LA Knight. Yeah, so far, those are the matches. I'm not sure if they're going to add another match onto that card.
Probably
I'm not even sure if they're going to have space to be able to do that. They actually just cut the cage match with Bayley and Becky Lynch due to a shortage in time. There was reports that were sent out that the Usos and the Bloodlines segment went a little bit over time, so they had to cut some time in the match, and so that's why Damage Control attacked Becky because they were short on time. So I'm not sure if they're going to have that match at a later date. I kind of wanted to see it, but if you're going to have a match like that, have it, on a main event, an upcoming main event. I think that'll be really cool to see. But to be honest with you, with a lot of the stuff that the 30 years of Raw had on the show, they could have cut anything else other than that match. Yeah. To be honest with you, they could have cut a lot of stuff out and still had that match. To be honest with you,
if that's the lineup, then I'm gonna go with Sami, Drew, Cody, and I'm gonna go with Seth Rollins instead of going with him. Because if Seth Rollins, I don't see Seth Rollins not being in at least the final 4 or 5. But I don't know, it's hard. Damn it, because Brock has only won one Rumble. He's only been in like maybe 2 or 3. He hasn't been in a lot. He's won one. He started as number 1 in another one. And I think that's it. But if you put Brock in the Rumble,
man, it's gonna be hard to go against him.
I give Chef credit. If you put your boy Braun Strowman in the Rumble, he shouldn't go out early. He should be in there for.
He's gonna be the last. Like they're gonna have Braun Strowman come in around like 20 or 15. He's not gonna be nowhere.
Who's your 4, Chef?
My 4. I'm thinking because it's a lot. Like I would have to put Cody, Seth, Bobby.
And Braun. All right, Seth. Yeah, Seth, Bobby, Braun. Yeah. I mean, hey, listen, man, this is a star-studded. It's going to be hard for the men. I'm going to be honest with you. It's going to be hard for the men to really select the real winner because I don't see it. I don't see Cody beating Brock, throwing him over. I don't know, man. Everybody going to have to gang up on Omos to get him out. Seth Rollins is always crafty. it can really go either way. And then we still don't know who's going to return.
Yeah,
what if Edge returns?
I mean,
Edge. Braun Strowman. My bad. I can see Strowman, Bobby Lashley. No, Braun Strowman and Sheamus and Drew McIntyre ganging up on Omos to put him out the ring.
Since Mr. Everything ain't here, I'm gonna do his picks. So Mr. Everything will probably go with Nunzio from the FBI, the little short guy from Broad and Brutes.
Ricochet.
Evan Bourne and Hornswoggle. Cause you know he like that. he like those small guys. I think that's his
like
sport.
Small guys. Oh man, that's cold blooded. That's cold blooded.
I think he'll go for Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, Ray, you got to put Ray in there. He's fast.
Yeah, you gotta go with somebody fast.
Dom might make it to the final four.
We're gonna holler at Mr. Everything and ask him who his final four, who he think is gonna make it to the Rumble, man. But I think that's gonna be super interesting, man. Hey, look, one more thing, man. Last but not least, on the hot topics list, man, we had Charlotte Flair show up on Monday Night Raw. She reflected on 30 years of Monday Night Raw and the contributions that the women's division has made. Charlotte was really talking about the women's division and the growth of the greatest women's division in wrestling, and a lot of the things that they've accomplished, broken barriers in other countries, redefined what women's wrestling is. Charlotte Flair started and she was a Divas champion and then transitioned over to something more serious, being the women's championship. And then the women have been really putting on really amazing matches, man, on every pay-per-view. And the women make a lot of the matches, a lot of the events and matches on the card really watchable, man. And I really enjoy the women's division. It almost reminds me of like high school, right? You have JV, varsity, and then you have the women's squad. And I always like watching the women play because they went the hardest. You know what I'm saying? And they were really, a lot of people couldn't really dunk, so they had to go hard on the skills. And the women could actually ball, and I love watching the women's teams play. And it's kind of the same thing in wrestling, man. A lot of the women put on better matches than a lot of the men, to be honest with you. So I absolutely loved the women's division. And I thought that was cool that Charlotte reflected on the growth of the women's division. And then she was presented by her father, Ric Flair, the great Ric Flair. Charlotte had new music, man, new what do you call it? The AR things, the diamonds shining from the ceiling, and a whole new look. She looked like a Marvel character, man, like she was about to kick somebody's ass, and she had a whole shiny suit. I was like, go ahead, Charlotte. But man, I thought that was a really great thing for her to be presented by her father, Ric Flair. And I know that was a very touching moment for him to be able to say, hey, I want my daughter to surpass what I have done in the ring. Let me go and see what your thoughts on that moment with Ric Flair, kind of passing the torch over to his daughter as being one of the greatest in-ring performers of all time. Let me go, LP.
You can say Charlotte Flair was one of the greatest in-ring performers of all time? Well, you said Flair.
Yes. Charlotte Flair.
I'm sorry, I can't co-sign that.
You cannot co-sign? What do you mean? Does she not have the accolades?
I can't.
Does she not have the accolades? Did she not change the women's division?
He is one of the greatest female wrestlers. You said no, we're not gonna compare her to the guy. Now I would say she's one of the top females of all time. One of these top.
Compared to the guys, she is up there. She has more titles than a lot of your favorite wrestlers.
between you and Charlotte and him and Bron, you guys don't be keeping it real now. Y'all be talking with y'all heart.
Not real.
Y'all talking with y'all
Charlotte
heart.
Flair is a 14-time women's
And the
champion.
let's look. Come on now. Now don't get me wrong. The women have some bangers, but we're not gonna sit here and act like all. She just wrestled Sonya Deville like last week. Come on now. Charlotte does not even have a lot of for me, it's hard to give so much credit when you don't have that much competition. Now let's be honest. Charlotte does not have the greatest rogue gallery to say she's the greatest. The same reason why I won't say that.
I can't co-sign on that. Who is Charlotte Flair?
You got Becky, you got Sasha Banks, you got Bayley. I'm not even really gonna count Bianca because Bianca and Rhea, they knew. You got those three. Who else is?
Oscar.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 4. Oscar.
She's beat Carmella.
Come on now.
Selena Vega.
Come on now. Them empty rounds.
She beat what's it, Trish Stratus?
Come on now.
Come on now.
You Trish Stratus. I love me some Trish Stratus, but come on now.
She's beat Nia Jax.
Come on now. Again, these are people.
She beat Ronda Rousey. I
give you that 4. And they had to be honest. Ronda is good, but come on now.
So who hasn't she fought?
She's fought a lot of people. I'm telling you, but I'm saying.
Who are you? Who's the silly badass that hasn't fought Charlotte?
I said, are they all high quality?
Are they all? A lot of them are all champions. I bet you're all champions.
She has fought. You just can't compare her road gallery to Flair's or Seth Rollins or some of these other people. That's my point. So don't get me wrong. Her winning that belt that many times, that is the accolade number wise. But I'm gonna give you a prime example. One of the reasons why I stopped liking John Cena, because John Cena will lose the belt and mess around and win the belt 2 days later on some bull. So right there, he went from 9 times to 10 times. He'll lose the belt again, come back 30 days, win the belt again. Now he's 13. So some of them numbers now, I can't give. This is me as a wrestling fan. I'm not gonna give you credit for just giving the title. I'm not giving LeBron. I'm not giving LeBron James credit for winning the championship in the damn bubble. I'm not giving Tom Brady.
Did he not win?
Tom Brady don't get credit for winning championships when they cheated. The 2 times they got caught cheating. So sometimes you got to look at the championship. Come on now.
I'm gonna need you to mind your manners, sir. Yes. You mind your manners.
Okay, when we did our Mount Rushmore, you didn't put Charlotte Flair on your list.
Charlotte Flair was on my list for Mount Rushmore women. For female, yeah.
You saying now you can compare her to the men. So what? She don't make your does she make, if you count men and women, does she make your Mount Rushmore?
If I had to put 2 women that changed.
I'm not saying you got to put a woman. I'm just saying you count men and women together. So you like The Rock, Stone Cold, Charlotte Flair, Seth Rollins. Your 4 is your 4. You ain't got to put them up there. Does she make your Mount Rushmore?
She made my Mount Rushmore for women.
I know, I get that. I'm talking about no, but you saying she's great, like she's greater than like everybody.
She's great. Hey, at 14 times, bro. Like, she got more championship wins than Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock.
Does that matter? Does that matter? Does that matter?
Why wouldn't it matter?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why championships don't matter. We just said it earlier in the show. How many times the Undertaker got? How many championships the Undertaker got? Is the Undertaker not one of the greatest of all time? The Undertaker does not have that many title reigns. The Undertaker has not hardly won the Royal Rumble. I think he won the Royal Rumble like 1 time and one of the greatest Royal Rumble ending of all time with him and Shawn Michaels. I think it was 2003. Because I just watched it on Peacock. I feel like last week. One of the greatest. So the championships, the championship count, or does the reign or the character count? Because the number itself, Booker T was five time champion of WCW. But David Arquette had the damn belt at WCW too. So did a couple of other people. So that's a good debate. Does the number of championships count, or the quality of that champion count?
Well, okay. Well, if that's the case, and you're saying it like that, then that would make Roman Reigns the greatest champion of all time.
His writers is the greatest writers of all time. He has the greatest. Look, let me tell you. Let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it. I like this.
All right.
I give Roman credit. Roman is the best thing going. He's been the best thing going since he came back from the team. Prior to that, we're not gonna act like everybody was cheering Roman and everybody loved Roman and Roman was where he is now. The bloodline storyline, whatever, I would love to know what year that started. When he came back and he won the belt, whatever year that was. That year he won the belt to now, Roman is the best, the top dog. And it ain't like it was a long time ago. It had to been like maybe 2-3 years ago. Because the bloodline story only been like maybe between 4 or 5 years maybe. I don't know. I don't know when he won that belt. When he won both belts, it's undisputed.
And that was 2 years ago.
Yeah, so it's not like it's been that long. So prior to that, everybody was booing Roman. Everybody was tired of seeing Roman and Brock. Everybody was sick of Roman. Like Roman could have left and nobody would have gave a damn. But now everybody want to be like, oh, the Tribal Chief, he's the greatest of all time. Oh, I love me some Roman. They forgetting all about the fact that they hated Roman 2 years ago. But now it's easy to jump on that bandwagon. Like I said, Roman is the best thing smoking. But I will say, I don't give Roman the credit that other people do because they giving Roman this stuff. Just like they used to give John Cena those titles. And that's why everybody hated John Cena. They gave it to him. I seen John Cena beat Shawn Michaels and Kurt Angle in a triple threat match. That John Cena was outside of the ring, knocked out for majority of the match. He slid in there, did his bullcrap L5 and won. Yo, against Shawn Michaels and Kurt Angle. Stop it.
So let me tell you my perception of that, right? I would rather they give the ball to somebody to carry the belt and the prestige of the company to someone who can carry it and they carry it well, than to give it to somebody and they suck at it. And then they make viewers tune off. To be honest with you, when Roman Reigns and the Bloodline is on TV, the show is better. I hate to say it, it's the truth. The show is better. You know what I'm saying? You cannot argue with results. If John Cena comes on TV right to like tomorrow, on Friday, it's going to be a high-rated show. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
He's popular. Yeah, he is.
So, you can't argue with results. On Monday Night Raw, Brock Lesnar came in and destroyed Bobby Lashley and Austin Theory, allowing Austin Theory to still retain his title. He F5'd Austin Theory onto Bobby Lashley, and the ref counted 1, 2, 3. I'm pretty sure that this past Monday Night Raw was one of the highest rated Monday Night Raws of all time.
But they had all the legends too, though. You got to admit, the legend shows always bring it in.
They do.
Yeah, they do. That's why they do it.
But the Tribal Chief and Brock Lesnar on the same show, it's always gonna be money. You know what I'm saying? So
we also agree too. If it wasn't for Sammy, the bloodline storyline would not be where it is now. Adding Sammy to the mix made that, because if Sammy didn't start this whole thing, that bloodline message was already getting stale. Like it is hands down the best written stuff on wrestling on any show. I wish Paul Heyman took over the whole entire. If it's Paul Heyman, which everybody keep on telling me Paul Heyman is doing this right, he needs to write for all SmackDown and Raw every character, because the other stuff is going on. That's why the Bloodline is so popular, because it ain't nothing else going on.
They're trying to get some storylines, but nothing is really getting a lot of heat other than the Dominic with the Judgment Day. They will probably be the hottest thing on Monday Night Raw, other than when the Bloodline is there. To be honest with you,
yeah. And the Bloodline now, they got to go on both shows.
They got to go on both shows, and that's the crazy part about it. Yeah, man. Well, look, man. I see Chef over there chewing, man. Making me hungry.
Chef ain't jumping with his Braun Strowman and nothing.
Yeah, he's over there chewing. So, since he want to make everybody hungry, let's go over to Chef Showtime. And as Chef, what's some of your best damn recipes?
This week it's gonna be my oxtails. All right. Yeah, the recipe I'm putting up on the page it serves up to 4 people. You just need a pack of beef oxtails. That's delicious. Ugh. Some onion. For the people from down south, some onion. Some garlic, some minced ginger root, some pepper, a little bit of soy. A little thyme to make it taste a little bit. A little salt, pepper, some oil. Man, I make that, and that shit looks delicious. I'm gonna record it when I'm out in Vegas, making it again, so you guys can see step by step how to do it. So yeah, it comes out fire. I mean, yeah, it's not good enough to slap your mama, but it's good enough to eat.
All right. Hey man, as long as they tell them, man, I can't stand no tough oxtails. When you gotta sit there and chew on the gristle, nah, they are they melting in your mouth, Chef?
They fall off the bone, like it melts in your mouth.
Oh, fall off the bone.
Somebody might stay off your plate.
Oh man, and you also made a dessert. Tell us about the dessert, Chef.
Yeah, I made a. Oh my God, that just made me hungry right now. A cookies and cream brownie. Made it from scratch. That recipe is on our Best Damn Wrestling podcast. It's got simple ingredients. You got like a cup and a half of sugar, 3 quarts of flour. Then then you have a half a cup of unsweetened powder, cocoa powder, or you want it sweet. It's up to you, however you want to do it. Like a half a tablespoon of salt, a quarter of a teaspoon of baking powder, some 3/4 of a cup of unsalted butter, 3 eggs, some bit of abstract, and you can't forget the Oreo cookies. You need Oreo cookies and whipped cream. And that, when you get done with that, man.
Oh man, that's what you need. That sounds like you need a glass of milk with that. Yeah, man. That sounds absolutely delicious, man. Chef, tell the people where they can go to find more of your best damn recipes.
You can find the Best Damn Recipes on the Best Damn Podcast page. I'm starting to post the recipes back up on my Snapchat and my TikTok. I don't use Instagram that much. And I'm gonna start posting them on my Facebook page.
All right, man. So if you guys want to check out more of Chef's Best Damn Recipes, go and follow your boy, Chef Showtime. He got it for you. Listen, I'm a little bit of a foodie myself. Sometimes I do restaurant reviews every once in a while. I go out and check places, and then I create content for businesses, small businesses, and help promote them. One of the things that I did last week, we featured a place called Backyard Barbecue Pit in Durham, North Carolina, as our best damn business. And I just wanted to show a little bit of that clip. I couldn't put the whole thing on there, but I want y'all to check out your boy Brian Renegade do some restaurant reviews on Backyard Barbecue.
I wasn't going to get this at first, but man, I saw this lady get 2 or 3 of them things, and they look bigger than her whole body. This is a turkey wing. This ain't even part of a turkey. I think they stole this off a pterodactyl or something. This is a prehistoric turkey. This thing is absolutely huge. The pictures really don't do it any justice, but you know what I'm saying? It's so good. I got a little bit. Grandma made that. Grandma made that right there. That is the real deal. It don't get no better. Hold on. I got the look at this. Oh my God. Yeah. Grandma and aunties made all that. That is very savory. It's not old. It's not salty. It's tender. I mean, the meat just slide. It just do the cha-cha slide all down your throat. I absolutely love it, man. Oh, I can't wait to get into this other plate, but I had to try that turkey wing, man, because I ain't had no good turkey wings in a long time. You know what I'm saying? But, whoo, that shit made me want to eat the foam on this. I want to lick the plate for a second.
Oh, man.
You need a cold shower after that damn wing.
Hey, boy, I was sweating, Jack. I was eating and sweating at the same time. I was trying to control myself.
Smoke a cigarette.
Yeah. Hey, man, that thing was good, boy. I ain't had no good turkey wings in a long time. And I wasn't even going to get the turkey wings. But the lady in front of me, she got about 2 or 3 of them. And I was like, man, the turkey wings are bomb. So I was like, let me go ahead and get it. I'm glad I did, man. That was absolutely delicious. So if you guys ever get a chance, you want some good Carolina barbecue, go check out Backyard Barbecue Pit in Durham, North Carolina. You know what? I want to go ahead and feature one of my brothers who is here on the podcast today. I want to give him the spotlight, talk about his business, what he got going on for the beautiful people. Other direction. Yeah. Oh, this guy. Yeah. This guy right here. The brother LP. Look, I'm going to go ahead and give you the spotlight, brother. And today, One Click Photography is our best damn business.
All right. Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know we were doing this. Okay. We'll talk about a business. Okay. So, it's a photography business. That is the main thing. Portrait photography, product photography, anything that takes photography. I do weddings. I don't like to do weddings, but I will do weddings. I like to create things. I'm always in my studio when we do the podcast. I think I'm gonna start doing different locations or whatever. You can kind of see different colors in here. I'm located in Selma, North Carolina, small town, Selma, North Carolina, but I also travel. If you book me, I will take any flight, any train, as long as you pay for it. I will come and bring my equipment and we will knock it out. Doesn't really matter. And I shoot everything, all sizes, races, creeds, religions. I don't care about nothing. If you got the green, then we can talk about it. It doesn't really matter to me. I just love working with everybody. I love to create the art itself. I do basic stuff, but I also like to create art. Photography is art. Sometimes people just forget that thing is just like a regular job, but it's definitely art form. Just like anything you put your heart into, you know it's art. So that's about it, man. Definitely come check me out. Follow me on my Instagram. One Click Photography. Shoot, and I like your boy.
All right.
Would you ride a unicycle?
Huh?
Would you ride a unicycle?
You said, "Will I ride a unicycle?" That's what it takes.
All right. So we had to do LP, man. I wanted to thank my brother LPZ for being here on our show and being our best damn business feature of the day. Man, that picture looks so cool. I just had to post it. I don't know. I just saw it and I was like, LP look cool in there. LP the Don.
I like that. That's
saying.
Yo,
Holla
big,
at your boy.
Bro. We gotta give you props on these graphics you be making.
Hey man, I've always had it in me. I just got a reason to do it now. I ain't doing party flyers and stuff no more like I used to.
Yeah, I'm about to start having you do my flyers for real.
Hey, holla at a player when you see me on the street, pimp. I got you. I got you. Whatever you need. Well, man, fellas, it has been a great show. Like always, I want to thank you guys for being here with a brother. Let's go around the room and Chef, can you tell the people what you got going on and where can they find you?
I'm still waiting, doing my training for the Super Bowl. My Super Bowl, if I can be security for the cheerleaders, that's gonna be awesome. But right now I got this little event we're gonna be doing in Vegas, hosting a little party, cooking, chefing it up, having some fun. You can find me on Facebook, TikTok, Twitch. I just forgot all the other things, man. My mind just went blank. But yeah, you can find me everywhere. Everywhere. Just look Chef Showtime or Dante Carter.
All right. Whenever you guys get a chance, go and follow Chef Showtime. LPZ, what you got going on and where can the people find you?
Just like I said earlier, man, you can find me on Instagram. That's where you see everything on one click so I can shoot. Just shooting all day long. I'm hoping to sneak into the Super Bowl and find Chef blocking one of the doors. Maybe I can kind of scoop by him and he can look the other way. Let me get up in there, baby, for free. You know what I'm saying? Just don't. I'm like John Cena. You don't see me. I'm gonna just do like that, right?
You don't see me. Oh man, hey, look, I was looking at some of them tickets, man. I was like, boy, that's a whole 2 mortgage payments right there. Jesus Louise.
How much a sideline?
Boy, them sideline tickets was looking like 10,000. I was like, huh. Woo.
The new
10,000
itself is 1,500.
I had to reevaluate. I was like, man, I don't like neither one of them teams. No how. I don't even know who the final team is. I don't like neither one of them. No how. It ain't my team. I can't justify that. But, man, for everybody that's going there, or anybody that's going to be around the city in Phoenix, man, it's going to be lit. So I know me and my old lady, we're going to step out, go to a couple spots, man. Shaq got a huge carnival kind of party thing going on here, and a couple of other celebrities got some stuff going on. I was telling y'all earlier, man, the Bella twins got a little luncheon out here, man, and you can go and eat with the Bellas.
What happened to them?
$1,000.
They were supposed to be around. Then they cut the graphic. They was in the open. They was in one graphic. Then they weren't there.
They weren't there.
Yeah,
one I thought they was there, and they had it. You can get a whole plate and eat with the Bella twins for $1,000. So, if you got $1,000 that you want to spend over the plate to go eat with the Bella twins, I don't know how close you're gonna be to them, but if you're gonna go be in the same vicinity and eat $1,000 plate with the Bella twins, yeah, go ahead, go to the Gator River Casino.
I would pay that.
I would pay that.
Wait, did you say?
I think I would pay that.
Did you say eat with them, or did you say? Never mind.
LP.
This is a children's show.
Sir. Get your mind out the gutter, sir.
Now that I might have paid for. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sir. I know a lot of people pay that. Yeah. I know a lot of people pay it. Yeah, can I get the 2-for-1 special? Thank you. Oh man, that's funny. My name is Brian Renegade. You can follow me on all platforms at Brian Renegade. And beautiful people, if you want to follow the show, you can follow our Instagram at The Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. You can follow our Facebook group at The Best Damn Wrestling Nation. You can follow our Facebook page at The BD Wrestling Podcast. You can follow us on Twitter at Best Damn Crew. You can follow our Twitch at The Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. And you can follow our TikTok at Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. And if you want to support the show and the movement of what your boys got going on, you can just tell people about us. You can tell people that we exist. You can tell people to listen to the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. And you can tell the people to go to our Patreon, www.thebestdamnwrestlingpodcast.com. Go to our Patreon. We got cups, we got mugs, we got shirts, we got hoodies, we got all kind of goodies for your pleasure. So go and support your boys for only $5. You can be helping us with the show and helping the show grow. So go to our Patreon, www.patreon.com/The Best Damn Wrestling Podcast, and support what your boys got going on. Fellas, you know we do this at the end of every show. We try to leave the people with a final word. Word of advice, a word for life, something to get them by, a little nugget of wisdom, some might say. Let me start with Chef Showtime. Do you have a word of advice for the beautiful people?
A word of advice. Let me think. Okay. This is from Kobe. This little quote Kobe had thing. He said, "It's one thing you can't control. You're all responsible for how people remember you, or don't. So don't take it lightly." You hear me?
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I dig it, Chef. You know what I'm saying? Your name and your reputation is everything in these streets. That's the best way to say it. You know what I'm saying? You can't do business with a dirty name. You know what I'm saying?
True story.
LPZ, we got to go to the dawn of the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. Do you have a final word or word of advice for the people?
If you don't get caught, they can't say you did it.
Well said. Well said, LPZ. That word was for all the criminals that watch this show. The resident villain of the Best Damn Wrestling Podcast has spoken. Say that again, LP.
If you don't get caught, hell, I don't forgot what I said. They can't say you did it.
There you go. Oh man, just don't do nothing illegal. You know what I'm saying? Just don't do nothing illegal. Man, I think a word of advice that I would have to give to the people is try to find things that bring you happiness. Whatever makes you happy, it's okay to do it. As long as it makes you happy.
No.
And it gotta make nobody else happy. You know what I'm saying?
Tell people that.
Whatever makes you happy, do what makes you happy.
So you gonna tell a crackhead whatever makes them happy?
Of course, I'm talking to upstanding American and other citizens around the world, taxpaying citizens. I'm talking to all the scholars And I'm not talking to the low hanging fruit, but if you want low hanging fruit, get yourself to the top of the tree. Oh, that's the best thing I got for you, man. I'm gonna switch that around. If you low hanging fruit, get to the top of the tree. You know, that's where you want to be. Beautiful people. Best damn nation. We love you. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for watching your boys. Fellas, as always, I will see you guys next week. And beautiful people, we will see you next time on the next Best Damn Wrestling Podcast. Beautiful people, we bid you adieu.